What about going for walks? I find that going for walks midday really clears your mind and it segments your day. Instead of having a never ending day that starts at, say, 9 o'clock and ends at 5, why don't you break it up into parts so that you go for a walk, you breathe some air, you have some new thoughts. You can listen to an audiobook or not. Maybe you just listen to the birds chirp, whatever you think, but just to move your body, schedule it in. If you want snacks or treats, schedule it in, right? If it's part of a plan, it's not bad. If you feel like treats at a certain time help you to feel rewarded and they're within the amount of calories that you want to ingest every day, great. Do it. Go ahead. It's like, you see the difference that if it's done intentionally, you get to have your cake and eat it too. Literally, you get to do the fun stuff, but it's on your terms. It's not as a reaction. This is a fundamental shift in how most of us live, which is very reactionary. Oh, I'm hungry. So you go to your fridge. But are you hungry, or are you just sick and tired of that email you're writing, or you're just bored or whatever? So if it's done intentionally and it's in your schedule, all of a sudden you get to have that tasty treat and it's a part of the life that you intend on living. It's win-win. Okay. So I honestly believe that social media is quite productive in the right way. If you use it in the right way, in the right time, then it can really help you learn stuff. I've been using Instagram quite a bit to learn about AI, and my algorithm knows this. So it knows, it never like shows me girls in bikinis at this point. Even Instagram thinks that's laughable for me. They're like, oh, this guy doesn't like that stuff. But he really likes learning about AI technology. You know why? Because I've been actually implementing some of that stuff in high noon. I'm constantly learning, but I only go into Instagram if I know I'm going for a specific reason, because I have a few people that I follow that give you kind of new tools, new resources in that world, because I want to implement them in high noon. So it's win-win. But again, not as a reaction, but as a part of my plan, as a part of my schedule. I don't want to go too long. I hope this makes sense. But if you take the time the night before to look at your day, all the stuff that you have to do because of your commitments, all the stuff that you know you should do, all the stuff that you want to do, and everything in between, and then you organize it into kind of a time frame that you think is reasonable. I always work in terms of creative work, in terms of emails, even in terms of this podcast right now, in 90-minute chunks. I'm recording this very much a part of a 90-minute chunk. Okay, this is the second half of a 90-minute chunk. To give you full disclosure, the first half is like I'm learning about LinkedIn for high noon because somebody in our high noon world wants our LinkedIn account to be more, professional. We didn't have a LinkedIn account, and this request was like directly to me. First of all, can you make an account and can you make it professional? I was like, I want to do it for this person. And so I said yes. But inside, I don't want to do it at all. So what did I do? I divided it up throughout a few sessions of these 90 minutes where the first half of my 90 minutes, I just was researching LinkedIn, how to make it better, how to make it look more professional. That was the first half of my 90 minutes. Second half, I'm doing this podcast and I'm preparing for another podcast that I'm recording tomorrow. That's the power of this. So I'm getting these things done and in the right order that allows me to have focus and feel accomplished and checking things off my list. It's so cool, guys. I'm not saying this. There's so many people giving advice online and it's what works for them or whatever. These are tried, tested, and true things that I've been using myself, and I've been advising people, my mentees, and different things that I know yield results. And you can find your own kind of tricks and tactics to make it work for you. But the main gist is that you create a schedule that is like a hypothesis for your best day possible. You write it down in as much detail as possible and you stick to that plan. Come hell or high water, right? If you need it, you send that schedule to somebody and you ask for accountability, and then you try like crazy to stick to the schedule. Today, I had one meeting that went 30 minutes too late, so I had to adjust the schedule, but I just stopped, adjusted my schedule, and went back to it. It was fine. It all worked out. So please, the idea of dominating your schedule gives you freedom. It seems in the beginning like you're losing freedom because you're scheduling everything. You're scheduling fun, even scheduling snacks and all this stuff. But actually, what it does is it gives you the power of intentionality to dominate all things in your life so that you can actually win and have more freedom at the end. It's really cool. I really recommend it. If you guys have any questions about different tips or techniques, reach out to me. Reach out to me on Instagram specifically. Here's my challenge to you. Everybody emails us, I guess, because they think we're really old. And I think that's how Benji and I have been advising people to get in touch with us, is through email. But get out, unless you've like banned yourself from Instagram, and then email us and let me know that you've banned yourself from Instagram. I get that. It's a quagmire for many people. So don't feel inclined to go to Instagram if you don't naturally go there. But if you're on there already, use it for good and reach out to me and let me know if you have any questions or comments or anything about dominating your schedule. It's been a slice of heaven being here with you today. I feel so good recording this. I miss you guys so much, and I'll be in touch. Take care.